So I was watching a dev talk about their new game the other day, and someone in the comments goes, "Why is it 2D? Just make it 3D, it's 2026." And I just sat there like, mate, that comment has like 1,000 upvotes and it genuinely annoyed me because the person saying it has no idea, zero, what they're actually asking for. So yeah, we're doing this video. Okay, so when people ask why indie devs choose 2D, the first answer is obvious: money, time, team size. A solo dev or a team of 5 can go toe to toe with the AAA studio on 3D. They don't have the budget for proper models, lighting rigs, physics engines, all of that. So sure, 2D is more accessible to build, that is real. I'm not gonna pretend it isn't. But here is the thing. That is not why the best 2D indie games are 2D. Hollow Knight wasn't made in 2D because Team Cherry couldn't figure out a 3D. Celeste isn't a side-scroller because Maddie Thorson ran out of budget. Cuphead, a game that took 7 years to make, definitely didn't go hand-drawn because it was the easy option. These games are 2D because 2D was the right call, and there is a real reason for that. So what is the real reason? It is this: 2D gives you nowhere to hide, and I mean that literally. In a 3D game, especially a big open world one, you can paper over a lot of cracks, bad level design, throw a stunning sunset and some ambient music at it. Weak combat, put the player in a giant arena with explosions everywhere. Boring movement, add a grappling hook, make everything feel fast, distract them. 3D has 1,000 tools to make people feel like they are having a good time even when the design underneath is kind of hollow. 2D doesn't have those tools. You've got a flat plane, left, right, up, down. That's it. The platforming has to be good because there is nothing else to look at. The hitboxes have to be fair because there is no camera angle to blame. The art has to carry the mood because there is no volumetric lighting doing the heavy lifting for you. Every frame of Hollow Knight's animation was drawn by hand. Every room in Celeste was built around a specific mechanic. Every single thing on screen in those games is intentional in a way that a lot of 3D games just aren't. That is the thing 2D forces you to do, be intentional, and that is why the best 2D games feel so complete, so tight, not because they are small, because every single piece of them was thought through. There is something else I want to talk about, and this one's a bit more personal. Go back and play a 3D game from 2005, like really go back and play it. A lot of them look not great, the faces are weird, the textures are muddy, things that felt incredible at the time feel kind of rough now. And that is not a knock on those games, it's just what happens when you chase realism. Realism has an expiry date. Once better hardware comes out, the old stuff looks bad, but 2D art doesn't work like that. Go play Symphony of the Night right now. Go play Metal Slug. Early Castlevania, the art still holds up. It was never trying to be real, it was trying to be itself. And that is what the best modern 2D games understand. Cuphead committed so hard to the 1930s rubber hose cartoon style that it basically became a 1930s cartoon. The game is never going to look dated because it was never chasing the present. Hollow Knight looks like someone's illustrated novel come to life. That is a visual language that lasts. In 20 years, people will still be taking screenshots of those games. I'm not sure the same will be true for a lot of the indie 3D stuff coming out right now. Look, I know some of you are sitting there going, "Dan, I just want good games. I don't care if they are 2D or 3D. Fair, that is the right take actually. But here is why this matters for a player perspective. 2D games are readable. You always know where you are, what is coming at you, what you need to do. There is no camera suddenly swinging into the wrong angle at the worst moment. There is no enemy that kills you from off screen because the geometry clipped weird. The clarity of 2D means developers can make their games hard in the right ways. Hard because it takes a skill. Hard because you need to learn the patterns. Hard because it rewards you for getting better at it. Celeste is brutal, but every time I died in that game I knew exactly why. It was me, not a janky camera, not a hitbox that didn't match the sprite. Me. And there is something really satisfying about that. You can't get that kind of precision if you are fighting the perspective. That is not a coincidence. That is what a flat plane gives you: honesty. The game can't lie to you, and in return, you can't blame the game. So next time someone says, "Why is it 2D? Just make it a 3D?" I don't know. Maybe point them at Hollow Knight or Celeste or Cuphead or like 100 other games, because 2D isn't the fallback option. It is not what you do when you can't do 3D. For a lot of developers, it is a deliberate, considered choice. And for a lot of games, it is the reason they are good. Anyway, that is my take. If you disagree, I'd actually love to hear it down in the comments because I get the other side. I genuinely do. Maybe there is a greater 3D indie that changed your mind. Let me know. If you are new here, I do this kind of thing a lot. Just me talking about 2D games and why they matter. Subscribe if that sounds like your kind of channel. See you in the next one.